My fiancé insisted I offer her parents a portion of my business before our wedding. When I declined, she threatened to leave me, so I beat her to it. I, 33M, own a modest but flourishing tech consulting business I built from the ground up. For years, I poured my soul into it, late nights, personal sacrifices, skipped vacations, all to create something dependable. Now I was engaged, preparing to marry a woman I believed respected effort. We dated for 2 years, and initially, I admired her ambition and elegance. I believed we shared values: independence, respect, fairness. But I learned too late how mistaken I was. Roughly 3 months before the wedding, while finalizing guest lists and checking vendor agreements, my fiancé mentioned something strange. We were at the kitchen table reviewing flower arrangements when she said casually, "My parents have supported us so much, don't you think we should thank them in a more meaningful way?" I looked up puzzled. We took them on that trip last month. I even bought them a lovely anniversary gift. What do you mean, more meaningful? She leaned in, tapping her manicured nails on the table. I'm talking about your business. Maybe you could give them a small stake. It'd be a thoughtful gesture. I blinked, stunned. A share of my company? Why would I do that? Her face tensed. Their family, soon to be your family. This would show you trust and value them. She spoke like it was the most logical request imaginable. I tried staying composed. I built this company by myself. Your parents had no involvement. They didn't invest, offer advice, or lend support. She shrugged. They don't have to. It's about respect. They've always wanted to be part of something successful. Consider it a wedding gift from you to them. That's when I saw her entitlement ran deeper than I ever imagined. Shocked, I said, "This isn't normal. People don't hand over company shares as wedding presents. That's serious. It has legal consequences." Her smile vanished. "So, you're refusing?" She tilted her head, eyes narrowing. "Think carefully, we're starting a life together. Don't you want harmony?" My stomach twisted. This was emotional blackmail disguised as sweetness. "I'm sorry," I said firmly. "No shares. I'll be generous in other ways, but not this." Her lips tightened. "If you truly loved me, you'd do it. My parents deserve this. They raised me, supported me. You can show gratitude now." She emphasized gratitude like I owed them a debt. I stood firm. They deserve respect, not part of my business. This is my work. I won't give it away. She stood, eyes blazing. "If you won't do this for me, what's the point of marriage? You're selfish." At that moment, I realized how toxic her thinking was. She saw my company as leverage, not a symbol of dedication and effort. I knew this wouldn't stop here. Over the following days, tension mounted. She dropped wedding talk and bombarded me with guilt. "My parents are thrilled about our future. Don't you want them to feel included? And do you love me if you can't do one thing?" I tried reasoning, offered alternatives, expensive gifts, a lavish trip, but she refused. The only acceptable gift was part of my company. After a strained dinner one night, she dropped a bombshell. "If you won't give them a share, I may rethink marrying you." Her voice was cold, her stare daring. My heart dropped. She was ready to end our engagement over this demand. "Are you serious?" I asked. "We're weeks away, and you'd throw everything away for a stake in my company?" She crossed her arms. "You talk about love, but won't sacrifice. My parents deserve to benefit. You can afford it." Her entitlement stunned me. "This isn't about money," I replied. "It's about principle. Your parents did nothing to earn a stake. Do you see me as a person or just a bank?" She sneered. "If that's how you see it, maybe we shouldn't marry. Maybe I need someone who values family." The arrogance was clear. She never saw my business as mine, just something she could control. If she was like this now, what would our future look like? A lifetime of demands, threats, and manipulation? The next morning, I met a lawyer friend. I explained everything, how she insisted I give her parents part of my LLC. His eyebrows rose. "That's a red flag. If she's making these demands now, imagine post-marriage. Legally, giving them shares could complicate divorce. They might retain ownership. Don't do it." I nodded, resolve crystallizing. I wasn't just going to refuse, I was going to protect myself. If she ended the engagement, so be it, but I wouldn't wait for her to leave me. I'd take control. All I started were quiet preparations, updating legal paperwork, ensuring my company shares remained solely under my name, separating personal finances into private accounts. The next evening, she confronted me again. "So, have you changed your mind?" she asked, tapping her foot. I shook my head. "No, I'm not giving them anything." Her eyes narrowed. "Then I'm done. I can't marry someone who disrespects my family." She turned, as if to storm out triumphantly. But I spoke first, calm and composed. "Don't bother. I've already decided to cancel the wedding myself. We're over." She spun around, stunned. I'd beaten her to it, refusing to be manipulated. "You're ending it?" Her voice trembled, like she expected me to beg. Instead, I stood my ground. I was the one walking away. The shift rattled her. "But we've planned everything, venues, invites. You can't just back out." I gave a dry laugh. "You threatened to leave if I didn't give in. Well, now I'm calling your bluff. I won't be blackmailed into surrendering what I built. The wedding's off." Panic flickered across her face. She switched tactics, tears. "I was trying to secure our future, unite our families," her voice cracked. But I saw right through her. This wasn't regret. It was desperation. "We can still work through this," she pleaded. I shook my head. "We've said enough. You made it clear your love is conditional on what I can offer your parents. That's not love." She tried twisting the narrative. "You're misunderstanding. It's a cultural thing. My parents expected a gesture." I kept my voice steady. "If it was just a gesture, you wouldn't have threatened to leave. That wasn't culture. That was extortion." The truth landed. Her mask dropped. "Fine," she hissed. "It was a test of your loyalty, and you failed." My blood boiled. "You don't test a fiancé by demanding shares of his business. That's not loyalty, it's manipulation." With her game exposed, she lashed out. "You're selfish. Small-minded. You have so much, but you won't share a tiny piece? You're greedy," she yelled, voice rising. I stayed calm. "Greedy? I built this alone. I owe your parents nothing. Your attempt to strong-arm me proves who's greedy." That night, I escorted her out. She screamed threats behind her. "You'll regret this. I'll tell everyone you abandoned me. You're a liar." I shrugged. "Tell whoever you want. I've documented your threats. If you try to ruin my name, I have proof." I'd recorded parts of our conversations. Legal advice confirmed it was allowed since I was part of them. It was protection in case she went nuclear. When I mentioned evidence, her face drained of color. "You recorded me," she whispered. Her fear was real. She knew those words would destroy her image with anyone, including a judge. The next few days were chaos. She reached out to my relatives, sobbing, saying I mistreated her. I forwarded them selected clips of her demands. They understood. Some mutual friends reached out, shocked. A few pitied her. But most, after hearing the full context, sided with me. Eventually, in desperation, she came to my door, crying. "I'm sorry. My parents pressured me. They said it was normal. I love you. Please don't leave me." But the sudden shift didn't fool me. "If you loved me, you wouldn't have threatened to walk away over money." She dropped to her knees, begging, tears streaking down her face. But it was over. I wasn't her pawn. Watching her plead, I felt no pride, only relief. I'd escaped a lifetime of coercion. "I won't be marrying you," I said. "And I don't trust you anymore." She reached for my hand. I stepped back. "Leave now," I said quietly, "and don't contact me again." She left, sobbing, realizing that her entitlement had cost her everything. My trust. The wedding. Her imagined life benefiting from my efforts. The finality of it all hung in the air, but I felt lighter, free of a toxic connection that could have suffocated me. There were no legal messes, we weren't married. No shared property. The business remained mine, untouched by her grasp. My lawyer sent a cease and desist, warning her not to spread lies. Her parents called once, asking if there had been a misunderstanding. I told them the truth. Their daughter demanded a share of my company as a condition to marry. They stumbled through excuses. I ended the call. My life, my company, my boundaries. None of it was up for debate. In the weeks that followed, I focused on work, my team, and healing. Friends told me she was spreading half-truths, calling me controlling, stingy. But I had receipts. The gossip died down when people realized she had no evidence, only bitterness. I took away a crucial lesson. Love does not mean sacrificing everything you've earned to please others. A real partner respects your limits. They don't try to strip you of them. I dodged a disaster by standing firm. In the end, I walked away stronger, wary, but not jaded. She underestimated my resolve. She thought I'd fold to keep the peace. Instead, I proved that my self-respect was not negotiable. Not for approval. Not for comfort. Not for illusion. She may see herself as clever, a strategist. But she miscalculated one thing: I wasn't her piece to move. Her actions had consequences. And her attempt to exploit my love for her own gain cost her everything.